in the game.
Agreeing with a particular principle doesn't mean that you're not inclusive. Again, I make the point, what is inclusive about the burqa for everybody else? How's that inclusive for everybody else? I mean, you're talking about something that flies in the face of the societal values we have in this country. We've got facial recognition coming in. We've got VAR being part of football. How do these things become part of it? And we're not talking about burqas appearing on a football pitch. We're now talking about kids whose parents might wear a burqa. You're allowed to disagree. You're allowed to say, well, I'm not very comfortable with that. You're going to do it, that's fine, that's your prerogative, I'm not going to prejudice against you, but I'm also allowed to say I don't like it.
I agree with you. You're allowed to disagree, you're allowed to have your view. John demonstrated, to a degree, his view by applauding Lowe's post.
Yeah. Should he stay with it?
Should he have stayed with it, or should he have? Was he right to delete it?
I think so.
Did he see the storm in the horizon like the Athletic?
Probably he could work out the small-mindedness of other people's points of view that want to categorise people.
That's in your view.
Well, I think it is particularly small-minded to say to something you don't agree with the principle of something doesn't mean you're not going to be able to coach young boys from diverse backgrounds. It's a ridiculous association. Because, I mean, I'm not a fan of Rupert Lowe's. I dealt with Rupert Lowe when he was a Southampton chairman, and there's no way that Rupert Lowe will be on my Christmas card list. So I'm not defending him because I agree with his principles. Originally, he was with Nigel Farage, fell out with him at Reform, has established this particular party and has his own strong views. And some of these views I concur with. Some of his other views I don't concur with. Yeah. And if John concurs with the idea in this country that there's a degree of discomfort around facial coverings, that's not racism, it's an alternate view. And you're allowed to have it. And because we live in this stupid binary world where if you don't agree with something, you're a racist or a misogynist, you're an Islamophobe, you're whatever people want to do to try and discredit your argument. I am not comfortable running around London seeing train stations being renamed in Bengali. I don't know why it needs to be done. No one else in the world does this.
Well, the bilingual signs were formally installed in March 2022. They've been around for a while.
This is not bilinguality.
To coincide with Bangladesh Independence
This is not
Day.
Bilinguality.
So getting back to my original question,
bilinguality's got nothing to do with it. You're renaming place names in this country. That's not bilinguality.
Next to it. But should personal or political beliefs go as far as to preclude you from your roles in football, you would say, in this instance, regards Terry and like
why should
it? No, it shouldn't.
Okay, they make the alternate argument why it should.
Because the argument would be it builds a picture in your mind.
No, it doesn't.
Of somebody's character away from the field of play.
It's not about intolerance. It's about having an alternate view. If you're not comfortable, as lots of people are, with people having their faces covered in this country for their own reasons and not integrating into this country, then that doesn't make you racist. It makes you have a different point of view. And it doesn't mean you're not capable of teaching kids from all different backgrounds.
It just wasn't very advisable for John, particularly John, because of what's going on in the past with John.
Well, you can't be... yes, I suppose so. From knowing where it could lead to...
So it does build a character profile.
That makes it unwise. Knowing where it could lead to. But you can't live your life in the minds of small-minded people that want to categorise and forever put you in a position where you can be compromised by having a different view to what they may have. So I don't think it should preclude John. I don't think it should indicate that he's not capable of integrating and working with people from different backgrounds. He just happens to hold a principle that's slightly different to the people that are possibly writing that article.
Chelsea Football Club have released an official statement following their heavy 3-0 defeat to Manchester City F.C. and it has only intensified the spotlight on manager Liam Rosenior. The club addressed the disappointing result with a tone of urgency, acknowledging the frustration of supporters while promising immediate steps to correct the team's direction. The defeat at Stamford Bridge was not just another loss, it was a performance that raised serious concerns about Chelsea's competitiveness. Manchester City dominated from start to finish, exposing defensive weaknesses and a lack of cohesion that has been evident in recent weeks. Fans voiced their anger both during and after the match, demanding accountability and change. In the official statement, Chelsea emphasized their commitment to maintaining high standards and competing at the top level. While they stopped short of confirming immediate action, the message made it clear that internal evaluations are already underway. The pressure on Rosenior has now reached a critical level, with his future at the club hanging in the balance. Behind the scenes, reports suggest that discussions between club executives and coaching staff have been ongoing. Questions around tactical decisions, player management, and overall team identity have reportedly dominated those conversations. The statement appears to be a signal that the club is aware of the issues and is preparing to act if improvements are not seen quickly. For Rosenior, this is a defining moment. The coming days could determine whether he is given the opportunity to turn things around or becomes the next managerial casualty in Chelsea's recent history. The players, too, are under immense pressure to respond with stronger performances and renewed commitment. As Chelsea prepare for their next fixtures, all eyes will be on how the team reacts both on and off the pitch. The fans expect a response, the board demands results, and the margin for error has disappeared. One thing is certain, Chelsea are at a tipping point, and the next move could change everything. Subscribe to Chelsea Visibility News for more updates.